students. Have a great day ahead. So, we are now in quarter 2, module 3, which is to prepare the raw materials. So, this module discusses the proper technique in preparing raw materials for food processing. After going through this module, you are expected to, number 1, sort and grade raw materials are in accordance with specifications. Then number 2, prepare the sorted and graded fresh fruits and vegetables according to required sizes and shapes. Then prepare fish and other marine products according to specifications. And appreciate the techniques in preparing raw materials for fermenting and pickling. Okay, so this module covers the introduction or the introduction learning, objectives, pre-assessment, lesson proper, generalization, application, and post-test. Okay, so what I know. So here you are going to answer the pre-assessment or the pre-tests. So in answering this one, please use the separate sheet. Answering this test, you are going to separate the separate answer sheets. Don't forget to write your name, your subject, the grade and section, and the lesson title. So the direction for this is you're going to name the vegetables below and classify the type of vegetables it belongs. So you are going to determine how much you already, let us determine, okay, how much you already know about utilizing kitchen tools and equipment. So you are going to take the test. Okay, there are 9. Now, for example, number 1, you are going to name and what is the type for this. Okay, there are 9 items that you are going to answer. Okay, so we are going to proceed here. What's new? What is new? Okay, pickling. What is pickling? Pickling is the method of food preservation that works by immersing foods in an acid. Okay, so it's a method of uh, food preservation that works by immersing into an acid. That is pickling. Okay, acid solution like vinegar, acid solution like vinegar that changes both taste and textures of the food. It also involves the use of heat, which serves to destroy and inhibit the growth of any microorganisms. The fastest and easiest way is quick pickling, in, in which vinegar along with the sugar, salt, and sometimes various herbs or spices are brought to a boil and then poured over fruits or vegetables that are left to soak for the short time. And even though vinegar is the product of fermentation, pickled foods are not fermented by default, as they do not produce the same microbiotic and enzymatic qualities of fermented foods. If you enjoy frozen yogurt in a hot day, beer, or wine, on some occasion, and vinegar as the condiment, you might be interested in fermentation. So fermentation has three types. Number one is the lactic acid fermentation. It's number one. Lactic acid fermentation is the by anaerobic microbial breakdown of sugar, which yields energy in a form of ATP and produces by product called lactic acid. Okay, lactic acid fermentation is caused by good bacteria. The most important bacteria being lactobacillus, which may have heard in an ingredient of probiotic drink. Lactic acid improves in microbiology stability of food by fighting off the bad bacteria. Okay, number two, alcoholic fermentation is the anaerobic microbial breakdown of sugar into alcohol and carbon dioxide due to the addition of the yeast. The final product of alcohol fermentation is ethanol. Some of the product of alcoholic fermentation includes beer and wine. So number three, the acetic acid fermentation. The acetic acid fermentation, ethanol undergoes oxidation to produce vinegar. So this type of fermentation follows alcohol fermentation and users a mother or starter vinegar from the genus Acetobacter, Acetobacter to feed the alcohol of the product acetic acid. So pickling. Pickling is a much simpler method than fermenting. It uses acidic brain or to preserve food. This brain consists of vinegar and sugar, which are brought to a boil. The brain is then poured into the container of vegetables and fruits. The use of heat and acid kills the bacteria while the vinegar makes its texture of the food softer. Popular pickle produces are cucumber pickles and binorong manga. So what is it? Okay, so we are now in sorting and grading fruits and vegetables. Okay, so sorting and grading are the main activity of the business. Post-harvest handling of agricultural products, both in the fresh state or in another state. So this is because sorting and grading is an initial activity in the handling of materials that will determine the further handling process. So this matter we'll discuss in the definition and the purpose of sorting and grading materials, quality, standard material sorting and grading result, and the participles and techniques of sorting and grading of materials, as well as the sorting and grading equipment materials in accordance with applicable standards and consumer standards. Grading is the process of separation of foodstuff based on quality, such as the size, the weight, the quality. Sorting of materials, agricultural and fishery products are the series of activities carried out with the aim of separating agricultural or fishery is good and bad, or separating other objects not expected. The definition of a good harvest is not physically damaged and looks attractive. So here are the types of vegetables and quality points. In his column here are the types of vegetables. Here's are the example and the quality here and the quality points. Okay, so for example, the type of vegetables, the roots. Okay, so example for this is the carrots and the radish. The quality points: clean, no soil, crisp and compact, normal shape, no discoloration, no bruising, not pest damage, and no molds. So here, so you study further this one here, okay, until here under the, so you are going to later you are going to classify. Okay, so here still the types of fruits and quality points. Types of fruits and the example and the quality points: good shapes, size and shapes, good color, clean, little to no soil and fresh, still no bruising. Okay, here the example, for example, the berry, the strawberry, the blueberry, and the cranberry. Okay, here the tropical example with the citrus, the berry, the citrus, the orange, the lemon, and the grapefruit. Okay, for the tropical like kiwi, the pineapple, mango, grapes, and papaya. Okay, so washing and cleaning fruits and vegetables. Okay, so according to Food and Drug Administration or FDA, washing fruits and vegetables with soap, detergent, or commercial product, wash is not recommended. Okay, the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention or CDC also doesn't recommend washing fruits and vegetables with soap, detergent, or a commercial product produce wash. Soap and detergent residues can stay on product produce. The FDA has not evaluated the safety of residues left from soap and detergent if ingested. Okay. So the CDC gives 7 more details according regarding washing fresh fruits. They recommend cleaning fruits and vegetables before eating, cutting, or cooking unless the package says the producers have been washed like packed triple wash baby spinach. Okay, they also recommend washing or scrubbing the produce under running water, even if they don't they won't be eating. The peel is as dirt as germs, and the skin can get inside the fruits and vegetables when you cut them. So also cut away cut away any damaged or bruised areas before preparing or eating. So to dry fruits and vegetables, use a clean paper towel. So to further know the process of washing and cleaning fruits, please refer to this URL link. You click this one and you can see the procedure. You can see the video. Okay? This is your guide in washing the fruits and vegetables. So to further know class, you have to click this one. You can view this so that you will have a guide, the steps and the proper way on how you are going to wash your fruits and vegetables. Okay? So here, you can see this when you're gonna click here. So now let's proceed to peeling. Saan peeling panita, no? So it's to remove unwanted or unedible material from vegetable raw materials. Okay. This improves the appearance of taste of the final product. During peeling losses need to be minimized by removing as title of the underlying food as possible, but still achieving a clean peeled surface. So check this URL link to prepare peeling of fruits and vegetables for fermentations. Okay, you click this link here as the link. Okay, you can click as you click this one, you can see the proper peeling of fruits and vegetables for fermentation. Okay, so slicing is the technique in which you cut food into thin slices that you are relatively broad in comparison to the slice dip, and you can use the technique on meats, fruits, and vegetables for use in any number of vegetables. Mincing. Okay. Mincing is a food preparation technique in which food ingredients are finely divided into uniform pieces like this one. Okay. Minced food is a smaller piece than diced or chopped foods. Okay, that's the definition class. Then, and it's often prepared with the chef knife or the processor, or in the case of meat, by specialized meat grinder. Mincing creates a food which an even smaller consistency. To use this technique effectively, you will need to hold your knife handle with one hand and use the other hand to keep the blade tip in contact with the cutting surface while bringing your blade down into the food. Okay. So here are the link class for peeling. Okay. Proper peeling of fruits and vegetables. So this is the link. You can also watch this one. You just click this link in color red. You can see the video. Okay, preparing the fish. Sorting and grading fish. So, the appearance. Unsa ihang itanaw nimo sa fish, no? Fresh fish should have shiny skin, no? Shiny ang iyang skin. Dull skin means it has been in storage for too long. Okay, it should be shiny. When you're gonna go to the market, then you're going to buy fish. Just look at the skin. It should be shiny. And there should be no blood spot on the grill cover. Then stiffness or the rigor mortis indicates that the fish had just dried. Therefore, fish is still fresh. When the stiffness or the vigor has passed, the muscles begin to soften and become limp again. It is an indication that the fish has been has been dead for more than days and is no longer fresh. So the belly should be firm and not soft. Okay? You can test this by pressing on the belly. So sa tiyan mo lang siya i-press kung gahi pa ba siya. So it should be spring back at its original shape. So the smell of sana iyang baho niya. Good quality fish should have a mild, fresh smell. A strong, distinctive smell indicates that the fish has been stored for too long. And also the eyes. You're going to look at the eyes of the fish. Okay? So the eyes should appear clear and not cloudy. No, clear. Okay? And it should be protruding and not sucking. So the determination for this, the eyes should be protrude or nilabaw. Wala ni atos ilawom or ni sang. Okay? So fresh na clear, firm eyes. Okay? Pero kada yung stale, cloudy, sunken eyes. Mura look at the difference between the fresh and the dili na siya labas, no? Okay. So, grills ang iyang hasang. Uniformly red, which with clear mark, rays are indication of good quality. Dull grills indicate that the fish has been displayed for too long. Okay? So, danin siya class uniform. The gills, okay? The gills should not have a funky smell. Hindi siya paho. Descaling and gutting. Okay. So scale up and to the edge. Make sure you get the scale of the fish and near the fins. Okay? Doon siya sa fins. Then remembering to clean the tail. Try not to press too hard or gash the fish, and be careful around the fins as they can pick the skin. Yes. Next, the color. Don't forget about the color of the fish. This is often the tastiest part, but often skipped over entirely. Then start the cut. We're going to cut now. Start the cutting process by slicing the tip of your fillet knife into the vent. Then slice upward away from the fish and the guts and toward to the head. So like this. This one cut to the gills. You're going to cut to the gills. Complete the cut by forcing the knife through the bony portion. Okay? And this part lies between the pelvic fins, so that are paired up on the belly of the fish and the base of the lower jaw. Remove the guts. We're going to remove the guts. Remove the guts by reaching in the grabbing, then right at the base of the head where you feel everything connect. Pinch that spot and pull the whole lot out. On large fish, you will have to carefully cut this with your knife. Here is you're going to scrape the liver. You're going to scrape the liver. Scrape out the liver attached to the backbone of the fish. Then cut out that remains of the swim bladder, which is a white sac that attached itself to the gravity. Then snip the gills. So to check the proper way of descaling and gutting the fish, check this link. Okay, you check this link, class, and that is the proper way. Okay. Ah, this link, class. This is the red one. You click this one. You can see the proper way of descaling or gutting the fish. Okay. So as you click the link, you can see this test the online program. Filleting and deboning. So deboning is the process of removing the bones from meat, poultry, or fish, especially before cooking. Kuhaan sa bukog, no? So filleting is the process of producing boneless cut or slice or meat or fish. The fillet is often prime ingredients in many cuisines, and many dishes call for the specific type of fillet as one of the ingredients. Okay, so you can now differentiate between what is deboning or filleting. Okay, what is a bangos deboning? What is bangos deboning? Bangos deboning is the process of removing the intermuscular and nuisance bones of bangus by manual method through the use of forceps. Okay? The finished product is boneless bangus. Ano siya class? Kakaon na mo ani most of you nakakaon aning boneless nga bangus. Okay. So To check also the proper way of filleting and deboning the fish, you're going to click this link, class. So you click this link and you can see the proper way. Okay. So here, you are going to answer this one in your own idea or in your own words. What I have learned here. Number one, you're going to, what are the three types of fruits? What are the types? No, sorry. What are the types of fruits? Okay. Then give example of each. So it's already taken a previous topic, our previous slides, class. So you can answer this one. So up to number 5. What is deboning and filleting? Filleting. Okay. Answer this one. So what I can do now, you are going to perform the deboning process of ibangos. So, you are going to perform class. So, meaning, magpalit mo bangus inyong kuhaan sa bukog. So, while doing the hands-on activity, make sure to record the process and rate how good you are in performing such activity. Okay, mag-record mo class, no? So this is the instruction. Perform a deboning process of ibangos. So, isa lang kabok bangus inyong i-perform, and then while doing the hands-on activity, make sure i-record the process. You're going to record the process and rate how you are performing such activity. Criteria for criteria for rating is given for you and your teacher. Okay. So, deboning abangos. Okay, number 1. Okay. So, these are the materials you need. 1 big bangos, sterilized forceps, meaning inyo na lang sterilize. You know already our previous lesson how to sterilize the tools or the equipments. Tools and utensils. Puller or forceps or puller, then knife. Namora ni siya class, ayong gamiton. So, number 1, ipakita ninyo, no, record ninyo, wash fish, inyong wash. Then, the scales may or may not be removed. Pwede na siya dili. Iyahang himbis, no, i-remove. Pwede na siya i-remove. Split fish into butterfly style. Okay? Then, remove the internal organs, the gills, the blood, and slim. Wash thoroughly. Okay? Then, remove the backbone and the dorsal fin by means of a sharp knife. Okay? Then, with the use of the forceps, start removing the red bones. They can easily be removed because they are uh, superficially embedded. Okay? Then number 5, make a superficial slit along the vein on the dorsal of the ventral muscles with the edge of the knife. Then remove the spines, then one after the other by inserting the pair of forceps or tweezers between the segments of the dorsal and ventral muscles. Okay. Then is continue removing the spines in a similar manner on the dorsal and ventral area. From the dorsal portion, there are approximately 44 branching spines embedded between the muscle segments, starting from the nape along the lateral line of are also embedded 22 spines, and along the ventral muscles are approximately 24 spines. Okay, so here are you are going to write this in a separate sheets, the criteria for rating. Okay, criteria, you're going to rate your performance. So, okay, there's are the self rating, and also there's a teacher's rating. Okay, so the procedure. Okay, procedure. The procedure is properly and accurately followed. So if you can follow this one, so sure that I'll give you, I can give you 10 points. Okay, tools. Use the proper and appropriate tools in slicing and deboning. Sterilize and sterilize the deboning tools before using. If you can follow this one, I will give you 10. Okay, appearance. The deboned fish is still intact and the meat is still fresh to look at. Okay, so if you can follow this, I'll give you 20 points. All the 44 branching spines are deboned. Okay, someone is here. Then housekeeping. Housekeeping is the area clean, keeping the area clean and free of dirt before and after deboning. Okay, all the waste is properly disposed. So it's very important after using all the materials and equipment or the tools, you are going to clean that one and return to its proper places. If you can perform this, I will give you 10 points. Okay, so I hope it is clear for you to perform this one. This is very important because you'll be graded here. This is a 60%, oh, 70% of your grades in performing this activity. Okay, the assessment. You're going to please, for those who are printed module, and all my students is please follow. Don't forget to write your name, your section. It's very important. Okay, use the separate sheet in answering the test. Be sure to write the following. Okay, your name, your section. Okay, and the lesson title, the subject. Directions, very important to follow the direction. Give what is asked in each item, then write your answer on the separate answer sheet. Okay, so number one, the answer is found here in the box. The answer is found here in the box. Okay, so number one, it is the breakdown of sugar into alcohol and carbon dioxide due to the addition of the yeast. So what's the answer? Number two, it's number two. Okay. Number two is it is a method of food preservation that works by immersing food in an acid solution like vinegar that changes both the taste and texture of the food. That's number two. Number three, it improves the microbiological stability of food by fighting off the bad bacteria. Number four, this type of fermentation follows alcoholic fermentation and occurs under aerobic conditions. Ethanol is oxidized by an estobacter or vinegar bacteria? Number 5. It is the anaerobic uh, anaerobic micro anaerobic microbial breakdown of carbohydrates and sugar to produce energy and byproduct in a form of lactic acid. It's number 5. Number 6, cutting up the or grind food, especially meat, into a very small pieces. Okay, what do you call that? This is the answer. Next, it is to remove unwanted or edible materials from vegetables raw materials. Okay. Number 8 is the process of removing the bone from meat, poultry, or fish, especially before cooking. What do you call that one? What's the answer? Next is it is the process of producing boneless fish. Okay, what's that? And the last number, that's number 10. It is the technique in which you cut the food into thin slices that are relatively broad in comparison to the slides that. Okay, so that's all. Happy answering, my dear students. Please pass this one. The deadline for this is you are going to pass on March 8, 2021. Deadline for this is March 8, 2021. Okay, so please answer this one. God bless, my dear student. Stay safe always. Goodbye, my dear students, for your cooperation.